cameras turned off. At the score checks of 5, 10, and 15, you're free to clap using the Zoom reactions. You may also type encouraging words in the chat at those score breaks. When the scores are read at 19, only Zoom clapping reactions can be used. Audience members in Zoom may turn on their cameras and microphones at the end of the round. All right. And I think, are you getting ready for the Aurelia passage?
I am. I believe we are now streaming. So
okay.
Everyone be on your best behavior. We're live on YouTube.
Lauren, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Since I'm scoring, the score sheets only have numbers. So if you're just going to use names, I'm going to have to be constantly going back and forth and to see who the name is. Can you do the number as well, or just the number?
I'm not going to do just the number because the
Okay.
students don't have a buzzer in their hand.
Okay.
I can certainly clarify.
Okay. Thank you.
After the
I'm going to be
student has
toggling back and forth for every
can you have the chat open? Because the chat, I think, will be your friend on that.
Yes. My chat will be my friend. It is open, I think. Yes.
And you can also pop the chat out.
How?
All right. So we're just about there.
Can I give you one more thing?
Yes.
I think we skipped that first bullet, and I think we need to read that.
Okay.
Yes. So students, you should be double check that you don't have any other noise-making devices, anything else that's going to make noise in your vicinity as best you can. I know we're all at home and there's dogs and other people and all of that, but you know, your phone, if your phone is like in your room with you, make sure that that's off. Other things that might make noises that might detract from that. And when you are not offering an answer, you should be muted. All of the staff should be muted unless they need to communicate officially, like giving me the time or giving the score. And we already talked about the private message to the moderator, to Mr. Walker. Okay. Is that clear to everybody? All right.
I pasted in the
Okay, so here's our Aurelia passage.
So I wasn't clear. I'm sorry. I meant the first bullet under the broadcasting.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So we are really glad that everybody's here, and just remember to keep checking the Sched app for upcoming sessions. Don't forget that many colloquia are pre-recorded and you can listen to them anytime. By participating in this session, you are agreeing to abide by the NJCL Code of Conduct and the guidelines, which I will go over, many of which we've already gone over. Here are some more. Do not record any audio or video without express permission. The moderator and the tech assistant have the authority to remind participants of the guidelines and to remove a participant from Zoom for not following the guidelines and or the NJCL Code of Conduct. Any questions about that? All right, then we are ready for Aurelia. So this is just so you know how I pronounce Latin. Aurelia, cui urbs placebat, erat in Aegypto cum familia sua ingenti et equo suo. Tredecem ludos magnos Iovis in amphitheatro Alexandriae spectabant. Tandem hic equus iratus domum recurre coipit. Ehu. All right, so just a quick reminder again, players, that you should not do anything that may be construed as consultation, including gestures on your video or any verbal or electronic communication with other players, coaches, or audience members, with the exception of bonus questions when you may confer with your team. You may not communicate with other players in any other way than by voice in the Zoom chat or in the Zoom chat in this Zoom meeting. All right.
And the first question will be just a trial question, correct?
Yes, we're going to get to that. Okay. Coaches and players and audience members, there should be no exclamations out loud about consultation and or other rules or proceedings during a question that I'm asking in progress. If players have a question during a toss-up, they should raise their hands or use their voice to ask the question. So again, to coaches, players, and other people in the Zoom chat or in the Zoom room, moderators, which is me, Mr. Rivard, Mr. Walker, have the discretion to make rulings during the round. If there is an issue, please direct it to the Certamen chair. So Certamen at njcl.org. So just please remember to be polite and respectful of our judgment. All right, so our captains should be marked with stars. So we have Arvind is the captain for Georgia, Alexandra is the captain for Pennsylvania, and David is the captain for Virginia.
And I have one question. Do we have to do, does the captain have to do deferrals?
The captain can defer, yes. You can just say, I defer to my teammate. If your teammate's picking it up, then that teammate should indicate that they're answering their final answer with that phrase, final answer. Okay. All right. That was a good question. Are there any other questions? Okay. All right. And again, I just want to clarify on timing. Miss Cambria is going to be timing, but I'm going to ultimately be the one who asks for your final answer, or I need your answer. That's time. And if once I've said that, if the team has not given their answer, the next thing that somebody says from that team will be considered the final answer for that bonus question.
Sorry, quick question. Do
Yes.
you pronounce your leading H's?
Usually.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So just one more reminder that we are here under extreme circumstances. We all wish that we were in Virginia and Richmond right now, but we're all doing our best. But we are glad that you're participating, and we're happy that we're still able to do this for you through the miracles of the internet. So I know that we're here and we're excited, but let's all take a deep breath and remember that Certamen is fun. All right. So without further ado, let us begin.
Would you like to make me host again?
I would love to, Mr. Walker. And now you need to make me a co-host.
Co-host, got it.
All righty. So Advanced Division 2020 NJCL Virtual Certamen Round 1, Toss-Up 1. Oh, just kidding. We're going to do our practice toss-up. I'm going to rewrite that. This is our practice. So I'm going to read one practice question now for no points. This question does not necessarily reflect the difficulty of questions found in this tournament. Toss-up. What Latin playwright of the 3rd and 2nd centuries BC stole the plots of his plays from Greek New Arvind? Sorry, Terrence is not correct. I will clear for the other players to practice buzzing. What Latin playwright of the 3rd and 2nd centuries BC stole the plots of his plays from the Greek New Comic Menander to supply the plots for plays like Miles Gloriosus and Menechmi? Nicholas.
Plautus?
Plautus is correct. All right, so Pennsylvania, y'all get to practice your bonus and how you will do that. Bonus 1 for, and this is still practice, so no points are being given. What play of Plautus revolves around a missing pot of gold?
The only one I know is Miles Gloriosus. Do you guys know any?
Yeah, same. I can't remember any of his others right now.
I feel like there was one about like a Greek dip that we read in class, but I don't remember what it was called.
That's time. I need an answer, please.
Miles Gloriosus.
Sorry, Miles Gloriosus is not correct. It's Aulularia. Good thing that's not for points. Bonus 2. What play of Plautus is the only one to preserve a piece of the Carthaginian language?
So we still don't know any plays other than Scoliosis. So we're gonna guess that again.
He wrote comedy. Didn't he also write Pseudolus? I might be wrong because
Yeah,
Need an answer, please?
Pseudolus?
Sorry, it's pointillist. All right, but that was for no points. That was a good practice run on how our toss-ups and bonus conference will occur. All right, for real this time. For any player, toss-up number 1. Which of the following would not be a suitable material to use to erect a building? Lateres, saxa, lignum, facies, fit. David. Facies is correct for Virginia. All right. So for Virginia, your first bonus. Oh, let me say the last word of those was ferrum. So again, of those words, lateres, saxa, lignum, facies, and ferrum, which of those words is most similar to an akinaces?
Never seen this word before.
Are those bricks? If those bricks go lateres. Okay, go with ferrum.
I need your answer, please.
Okay.
Final answer, ferrum, is correct. Bonus 2. Which of those words is the same material as arbos?
Lignum, right?
Final answer, lignum, in the chat. That is correct. So full 20 points to Virginia on toss-up number 1. Toss-up number 2 for any player. In Apollonius Rhodius's Argonautica, what god accepts his mother's gift of a golden ball? Joseph A.
Eros.
Eros is correct. The full question, gift of a golden ball, agreeing to make Medea fall in love with Jason by shooting her with a love arrow. Bonus 1 for Virginia. According to the Argonautica, what daughter of Melisaeus and sister of Ida originally made the ball as a plaything for Zeus?
Wow. I believe this is Adrastea. Final answer.
Adrastea is correct. And bonus 2, after falling in love with Jason, Medea betrayed her father by revealing how to overcome his task. Name her father a son of Helios.
Aedes. Final answer.
Aedes is correct. Full 20 points to Virginia on toss-up number 2. Toss-up number 3 for any player. Which of the following, if any, is not derived from the same Latin root as the others? Stanza, stance, stage, stall. David C. Stall is correct. For Virginia, your first bonus. Which of the following, if any, is not derived from the same Latin root as the others? Supernova, novel, novelty, villanova.
It's either novel or novel and Villanova both. Could you please repeat the question?
Which of the following, if any, is not derived from the same Latin root as the others? Supernova, that's time. I need your answer.
Go with that, David.
Seeing final answer in the chat, they're all from the same root. That is correct. Bonus 2, which of the following, if any, is not derived from the same Latin root as the others? Cross, crouton, crucify, crusade, across.
Is crouton from crooks? Okay, yeah, I don't think so either.
Final answer of crouton is correct. So that was full 20 points to Virginia on toss-up number 3. Here's toss-up 4 for any player. Regulations generally prevent animal abuse in films or stage productions in the modern world, but that was not the case for the Romans. What event in ancient Rome? David C. Answer, please. Venationes is correct. What event in ancient Rome occurred in amphitheaters and involved the hunting and killing of wild animals? Bonus 1 for Virginia. What name is given to individuals who voluntarily or involuntarily fought animals in a venatio?
Sure.
Final answer in the chat, bestiarii is correct. And bonus 2, gladiators too were sometimes forced to fight to the death for entertainment. What name is given to the feast on the eve of gladiatorial combat held for those who would fight in the arena on the next day?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
Need an answer, please? Seeing final answer, feriae moriturae in the chat. That's clever, but we're looking for cana libera. So that was 15 points to Virginia on toss-up number 4. Toss-up 5 for any player. Responde latine. Quot orationes Arvind? Seeing 14 in the chat, that is not correct. I will repeat the question. I'm going to clear in the chat and repeat the question for the other 2 teams, not Georgia. Quot responde latine, quot orationes habuit Cicero in Catilinam? David, C. From David, quatuor is correct. All right. I'm seeing some folks wanting to come in. Are we missing players, folks? Oh, these are no, don't let them in. I'm just realizing they're for like probably the next round. They're just early. Bonus 1 for Virginia. Responde latine. Quot orationes scripsit Cicero in Antoninum? Sorry, in Antonium. Apologies.
Yeah, quatuor decim.
Final answer in the chat, quatuor decim. That is correct. Bonus 2. Responde latine. Quot orationes habuit Cicero pro viris Rosciis nomine?
Feel like.
Need an answer, please? Final answer in the chat, duos is correct. For 20 points to Virginia on toss-up 5. And at 5, we're ready for a score check.
After 5 toss-ups, Pennsylvania has yet to score, Georgia has yet to score, Virginia has 95 points.
Excellent. Well done. You're welcome to use those emojis. And here we are ready for toss-up number 6. That the power of the emperor resided in his command of the armies had been true since the time of Augustus, but there was always a formality of having the Senate authorize actions, such as the formal acceptance of an emperor. This changed when what emperor had his army in Mesopotamia declare Clodius Albinus a Aish? Answer, please.
Septimius Severus.
Septimius Severus is correct. This changed when what emperor had his army in Mesopotamia declare Clodius Albinus a public enemy in order to legitimize the war against him. Bonus 1 for Virginia. Septimius Severus also had the army ratify his adoption in 195 AD. Into what family was he adopted?
Pertinax's family, I believe is the answer.
Do we need like a specific?
Oh, should I say?
Final answer in the chat, the family of Pertinax. I'm sorry, that's not correct. It was the Antonines. Bonus 2, starting that over. A year later, in 196 AD, Septimius Severus had his army declare his son, commonly called Caracalla, as Caesar, and change his name to Marcus Aurelius Antoninus. What had his name been before?
Shoot, I don't know the full names. Go with Gassius Bassianus Severus. Final answer.
What was the first name you said?
Gassius.
Sorry, Gassius Bassianus Severus is not correct. It was simply Bassianus would have been correct, or Lucius Septimius Bassianus was the full name. All right, so that was 10 points to Virginia on toss-up number 6. Here is toss-up 7 for any player. Translate the following sentence into English. Summus meditati omnes matres scriptrices factas esse. David C. I see your answer in the chat. We thought that all the mothers had become writers. Yes, I can take that. Bonus 1 for Virginia. Translate the following sentence into English. Speravi judicem modo veritatem dicturum esse.
Yeah, so I hoped that the judge would speak only the truth. Well, David spelling.
Needed your answer? Good correction. I hoped that the judge would only speak the truth is acceptable. And that is something, you did that well in Zoom. Sometimes we have typos or it doesn't autocorrect to you or something like that. And so as long as you correct it pretty immediately or verbalize, that's the way to fix that. Bonus 2, translate the following sentence into English. Loquitur magister suae filiae se mox electum iri.
just go teacher. That he, do you think it's she or he? I think it's probably he will be. I think he will be elected soon.
I need an answer, please.
Yeah. The teacher says.
Okay, neat. Okay.
He will be elected soon.
All right, sorry, I'm just piecing this together. The magistrate says to his daughter that he will be elected soon. So I'm not going to take this because magister is teacher. There's a different word for magistrate in Latin. But we'll note your answer in case we need to check that later. But for now, 15 points on toss-up number 7 for Team Virginia. Okay, toss-up number 8 for any player. The universities of New Mexico, North Dakota, and Washington all, Arvind? Sorry, fit is not correct. I will, that's a correction. Sorry, fiat is not correct. I will clear for the other teams. The universities of New Mexico, North Dakota, and Washington all have mottos that feature what third declension antonym of tenebrae? David C. Lux is correct. Bonus 1 for Virginia. What is the Latin and English for the motto of the University of New Mexico? I need an answer, please. Is that your complete answer?
Translate it.
Need that now? All right. Moderator friends, we have a word order issue. Their final answer of the Latin was lux vita hominum. No? Okay. Based on our rules, I'm not going to take the Latin answer or the answer given here as correct because on mottos, it's got to be in the order that it's published for like a state or a university motto. But here's bonus 2. Give the Latin mottos of the universities of North Dakota and Washington. Please specify which belongs to each university.
Sure. I have never known Washington. No, I think David is right because it has to have looks in it. Yeah, David, go with what you...
I need an answer, please.
You don't need the English.
Sorry, really close. Washington is lux sit. Very close. All right, so that was 10 points to Virginia on toss-up number 8. And here is toss-up 9 for any player. Lactea ubertas. David, see? Livy is correct. Lactea ubertas and pata vinitas were two terms used by critics to describe the work of what historian who wrote a massive historical work that was 142 books long. Bonus 1 for Team Virginia. What nickname was jokingly used by Augustus to describe Livy's nostalgia for Republican ideals?
Yeah, I think so, David. I guess.
Final answer, Pompeian, is correct. And bonus 2, what is the Latin term for the brief summaries of individual books in Livy's Ob Urbe Condita?
Yeah, perioca, yeah.
Final answer, perioci, is correct. All right. Moving on to toss-up number 10. Who, after a stranger from Asia had miraculously freed himself from chains and set the Theban palace on fire? Joseph A.
Pentheus?
Pentheus is correct. Hid himself in a pine tree on Mount Cithæron to spy on a group of Bacchants. Bonus 1 for Virginia. Name Pentheus's mother, one of the Bacchants who reveled on Mount Cithæron.
Yeah, you guys are right. Agave, final answer.
Agave is correct. And bonus 2, what uncle of Pentheus succeeded him as king of Thebes?
Polydorus, final answer.
Polydorus is correct. And we are at the halfway point, and as soon as Mr. Lorenz is ready to give us a score.
After the first half, Pennsylvania has yet to score. Georgia has yet to score. Virginia has 170 points.
All right.
Come on, Pennsylvania. Come on, Georgia. You can do it.
Still lots of points out there for everybody. All right. So moving on to toss-up number 11 for any player. Listen carefully to the following Latin passage, which I will read twice, then responde latine to the questions which follow. Princeps Horatius ibat, trigemina spolia prae se gerens, cui soror virgo quae desponsa uni ex curiatiis fuerat, obvia ante portam capenam fuit, cognitoque super umeros fratris paludamento sponsi, quod ipsa confecerat, solvit crines et flebiliter nomine sponsum mortuum appellavit. Repeating. Princeps Horatius ibat, trigemina spolia prae se gerens, cui soror virgo quae desponsa uni ex curiatiis fuerat, obvia ante portam capenam fuit, cognitoque super umeros fratris paludamento sponsi quod ipsa confecerat, solvit crines et flebiliter nomine sponsum mortuum appellavit. The question, quod, David C. Answer, please. Tria is correct. Quod spolia gerebat Horatius. Bonus 1 for Virginia. Cui Horatius occurrit ante portam capenam.
Right. It should be sorori. Oh, is it Curiatiis? Oh, maybe not. Yeah, sorori. And we're Guinea, if they need us to say that part too.
Final answer, sorori, in the chat is perfectly done and correct. Bonus 2, cur maerebat soror Horatii.
This is the desponsa uni ex Curiatiis. Maybe desponsa erat uni excoriatis. All right. Final answer: desponsa erat uni excoriatis.
Yes, that is acceptable. Good work on that. So that was full 20 points to Virginia on toss-up number 11. Here's toss-up 12 for any player. What woman refused to consummate her marriage until her husband avenged the Kaya? Alcmene is correct. Insert in the chat. The full question, avenged the Tapians' murder of her brothers, a fact which Zeus took advantage of to assault her by extending the night to 3 times its length, impersonating her husband Amphitryon and fathering Heracles. Bonus 1 for Georgia. When Amphitryon returned to Alcmene, having avenged her brothers, he was surprised to find that she was indifferent to him. What seer explained that Zeus had raped his wife?
What do you guys think?
I think it's Tiresias.
Tiresias. All right, Tiresias.
Tiresias is correct. Kaya, I'm sorry, I just saw your thing in the chat. Are you okay? Like about needing to respond to your mom? She good? Okay.
She just left. She's coming back.
Okay. Okay, we ready? Bonus 2. Some sources record that at birth, Heracles was given what name, which referred to his paternal grandfather?
Alcides or something? What?
Alcaeus or Alcides. I think either works, I'm pretty sure.
So, Alcaeus? Is that what I should say?
Alcides, I think.
Okay, Alcides.
Is that your final answer?
Is it, guys? Yeah, it is. It is, yeah.
Okay. I don't know which one you ended up saying, but both are correct. Alcaeus or Alcides, and I know you said one of those two. All right, so that was full 20 points to Georgia, and here is toss-up number 13 for any player. What early Latin author is famous for invoking the muses? Rather, Arvind?
Virgil.
Sorry, Virgil is not correct. All the other buzzes are also from the same team, so I'm going to clear for the other 2 teams. What early Latin author is famous for invoking the muses rather than Nicholas B?
Ovid.
Sorry, Ovid is not correct. I will clear for the other team that has not buzzed. What early Latin author is famous for invoking the muses rather than the Camena, claiming that he is a reincarnation of Homer and writing the first work of Latin literature in dactylic hexameter? What early Latin author? David C. Ennius is correct. Bonus question number 1 for Virginia. What meter, which according to Ennius was sung by country divinities and ancient prophets in the earliest times, was used in works of Gnaeus Naevius and Livius Andronicus?
Sure, that's what I was going to say for no good reason.
I see final answer Saturnian in the chat. That is correct. Bonus 2. Although Ennius's most famous work in dactylic hexameter was the Annales, what other work of Ennius is the first attested work of Latin literature in dactylic hexameter?
Go for it.
Final answer, Hediphagetica.
Hediphagetica is correct. All right. So that was full 20 points to Virginia on toss-up number 13. Here is toss-up 14 for any player. Name the tribune of the plebs who came from a family of senatorial conservatives but decided to champion Kaya? Tiberius Gracchus is not correct. Ayush? Need your answer, please.
Clodius Pulcher.
Sorry, Clodius Pulcher is not correct. So I'm going to clear for the other team, which is Pennsylvania, to hear the question again. Name the tribune of the plebs who came from a family of senatorial conservatives but decided to champion reformist causes during his tribunate of 91 BC, and consequently, Joseph C.
Marcus Livius Drusus the Younger.
That is correct. And you gave me all the info I needed. Didn't need Marcus, absolutely, but that's correct. All right, Marcus Livius Drusus the Younger. The full question, 91 BC tribunate, and consequently introduced a bill to grant full Roman rights to the Italian allies of Rome. Bonus 1 for Pennsylvania. What Marcian leader started out for Rome with an armed group in support of Italian rights, but decided to withdraw instead?
Final answer, Pompidilus Silo.
Alex, do you want to defer?
He's already said final answer.
Yeah, when you say final answer.
I need you to repeat that.
Pompidilus Silo.
Okay, I'm not going to take it. It's Pompidius Silo, and I'm hearing an L in that first name. So that's why I asked you to repeat it, was just to make sure I was hearing you correctly. Bonus 2, so no points on bonus 1. Here's bonus 2. What consul of that same year had Drusus's laws declared null and void because of unconstitutional procedure?
Final answer, Pompeius Strabo.
Sorry, Pompeius Strabo is not correct. We were looking for Marcius Philippus. So that was 10 points to Pennsylvania on toss-up number 14. And here is toss-up 15 for any player. Responde Latine. Quae pars corporis est posita? Nicholas B. Answer, please.
Manus?
Sorry, Manus is not correct. Arvind?
Pollux.
Sorry, Pollux is not correct. I will clear for Virginia, who has not buzzed yet. Responde Latine. Quae pars corporis est posita inter oculos? Responde Latine. Quae pars corporis est posita inter oculos? David C. Need your answer, please. Sorry, nossum is not correct. We needed nossus. All right, so no points on toss-up number 15. How about a score check, Mr. Lorenz, before we get to those last 5 questions?
Going into the final quarter, Pennsylvania has 10 points. Georgia has 10 points. Virginia has 210 points.
All right. Here we go to top. Sorry?
I thought we had 20 points because.
Did I say, wait, 20? Which team has 20 points?
Georgia has 20 points.
Did I say 10? I'm sorry. I have 20 here.
Oh, okay.
I might have misspoke.
Will you read them?
Yes, I have Pennsylvania at 10, Georgia at 20, and Virginia at 210. I might have misspoke, but I have it at 20. My apologies.
All right. Sound right to everybody? All right. Thanks for speaking up. Always stand up for yourself. All right. So moving on to toss-up number 16. In book 14 of the Odyssey, an enslaved Taphian, Messalius, Kaya? Eumaeus is correct. Serves bread to Odysseus as he dines in the home of what man? A loyal swineherd who hosts his reunion with Telemachus. Bonus 1 for Georgia. What goddess, who serves as Telemachus's guide throughout the poem, directs the youth to stop at Eumaeus's home upon his return?
Athena, right?
Athena? Okay, so Athena.
Just the final answer.
Final answer, Athena.
Athena is correct. Yeah, I'm always, when you're verbalizing or putting in the chat, I'm always waiting for that final answer to make sure you're not still talking with your team. Bonus 2, when Odysseus meets Telemachus, the hero assumes a persona claiming that he is a visitor from what island?
Shoot.
From what island? Can you, okay, never mind, it's in the chat.
Okay, it's like an obscure one too, I think.
Oh, it is?
I think so.
I need your answer now?
Go with Renatia, just because.
Renatia.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Sorry, it is Crete.
Would have guessed that.
All right. So that was 15 points to Georgia on that toss-up, number 16. Here is toss-up 17 for any player. What Latin author is said to have been a successful lawyer who defended the Jewish David C? Answer, please. Silius Italicus is not correct. I will clear for the other two teams. What Latin author is said to have been a successful lawyer who defended the Jewish queen Berenike, but is more well known for being an eminent teacher of rhetoric who educated Arvint?
Quintilian.
Quintilian is correct. Educated Pliny the Younger and Tacitus and became the first state-appointed professor during the reign of Vespasian. For Georgia, bonus 1, what 12-book work of Quintilian, which was dedicated to Victorius Marcellus, concerned the training of an orator, technical aspects of rhetoric, and literary criticism?
Institutio Oratoria, right? Sydney? Yeah. Institutio Oratoria.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Institutio Oratoria is correct. And bonus 2, according to Quintilian, the ideal orator is a vir bonus dicendi peritus, which is a catchphrase used by what earlier author?
Do you guys know?
Lawyers.
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe Cato the Elder. Maybe.
Let's go with it.
Cato the Elder. Final answer.
Cato the Elder is correct. So 20 points to, that was Georgia, right? Yes. Okay. On toss-up number 17. Toss-up 18 for any player. Translate the subordinate clause in this sentence. I had so much homework that I got up at dawn. Sarah.
Ut prima luce surgerem.
Ut prima luce surgerem is correct. For Georgia, your first bonus. Translate this sentence into Latin using a subjunctive. I fight to protect those whom I love.
So, like, cogno, to protect, so like, custodiary. Wait, here, let me like type this in the I fight to no, or is it custodian?
It would be a purpose.
Yeah, I'll defer to you. Yeah.
So that work?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Wait, no. That's not right. It would be a.
I need an answer.
Okay.
I defer to Georgia for.
Pugno ut quos amem custodam.
Sorry, that's not correct. You're very close. Pugno ut quos amo custodiam. All right, so bonus 2. What use of the subjunctive would be used to translate this sentence? I've always wondered why people like pineapples on pizza.
Indirect question.
Yeah.
Indirect question.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Indirect question is correct. 15 points to Georgia on toss-up number 18. And here is toss-up number 19. According to tradition, where did Sextus Tarquinius flee to? Joseph C.
Gabai.
Yes, Gabai or Gabii is correct. Flee to from Rome after it became known that he raped Lucretia. Bonus 1. Sextus was killed in Gabii. In what city did his father and brothers find refuge?
Final answer, Cairo.
Final answer, Cairo is correct. And bonus 2. Lars Porsena supported the return of Etruscan power in Rome, but around 506, his forces were defeated by the Latins along with help from Cumae. Where was this battle?
Lake Regulus.
Yeah, final answer, Lake Regulus.
Sorry, Lake Regulus is not correct. It was Aricia.
Good job, Joseph.
And that was 15 points to Pennsylvania on toss-up number 19. And before our final score, our final question, what's our score?
For the final toss-up, Pennsylvania has 25 points, Georgia has 70 points, and Virginia has 210 points.
All right. Well done to everybody on this first round. We'll have one more question, so don't go yet. But after this final question, I just want to say we need y'all to kind of, those of you who are not playing intermediate or don't need to be in here for intermediate, need to get out so that we can start the next round. Y'all can go and do your own private Zoom room to debrief with your teams later or after you leave this room. All right, our last toss up, and then we'll have a score after that, and then everybody get out. Toss up number 20. For the verb conor, give both present imperative. Andrew H. Conare and conamini are correct. And so for Virginia, bonus 1, give the future imperative forms of the verb conor. Conator and conantor are correct. And bonus 2, give all of the future active imperative forms of moneo.
That looks right to me.
Final answer in the chat, moneto, monetote, and monento are all correct. So full 20 points on that final toss up to Virginia, and Mr. Lenz is going to give us our final score, and y'all can applaud for yourselves and each other and then leave the chat.
All right, final score, Pennsylvania has 25 points, Georgia has 70 points, and Virginia has 230 points.
Well done. Thank you for joining us on this very first try of doing virtual Certamen at Nationals. Thank you all for playing, and you've remember we got round 2 and round 3 on the next few days. So good luck to everybody.
Thank you.
Walete.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Walete.
I need a couple of minutes. Well done, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We just
first
got a
half
late
was a
start
doozy.
and they started faster than us. That was the
Yep.
big deal.
Yeah, it's fine.
Um,
I was nervous and I took too long doing the checklist as well. But yeah,
Veronica, one thing. So on a bonus, which has a lot of Latin, we have a 30-second.
So I gave 30 seconds for
Did you?
not Aurelia, for the
passage.
And-
Veronica, did you see my notes or my messages in the chat saying 30 seconds on this, 30 seconds on this?
Yeah, I did.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I maybe kind of like overused that a couple times. I think I used it, so I did for the passage translation. I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I excellent. Just
We'll
wanted to make
look
sure because I
ahead.
hadn't told you.
Yeah,
Can
we'll
I-
look ahead in this next round and see which ones we can expect that 30 seconds on.
Can I just dispute one question? That's darn silo, because I thought that he said correct.
Hang on, y'all. I just realized that we're still streaming. Let me fix that. I actually don't know how to stop the stream. Like I have no idea.
Well, let's talk about it later then, maybe.
Oh, who's the host? Jeremy,
I'm the host
you have
right
the control. Go down, either make me the host or